What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Guys, today we want to talk about this whole Birkin bag debate. And this is from the French luxury goods maker Hermès. And, you know, just like Gucci or any of the other brands that are out there that are lavish, that people like, you know, black people tend to big up these particular brands in hip hop. All right. And a lot of times, you know, like brands like Tommy Hilfiger, the target audience wasn't African American. But what has happened is that because of the hip hop platform and the power of it, in our music, we have allowed the bragging and the promotion for free of European brands that have made much money, lots of money. Like, for example, I didn't even know what Range Rover really was until I heard Jay-Z talk about a 4.6 range. Okay, there were a lot of things I wasn't privy to, you know. Cristal, right, with Jay-Z. I didn't know about what these things were. But even in the 90s, where you've seen that element starting, and then the development of more African-American businesses, we've seen, especially with black women, the development of many quality brands, many quality ideas that have serviced the African-American female fashion space. We've seen people like Fubu and Damon John try to come out and secure his validity within the African-American community. People like Sean Combs. You've seen it with Jay-Z and his brands. You've seen it with Karl Kani. But what you keep hearing in these lyrics are the elevation of status quo for European brands, purses, shoes, and the like. And again, this goes back to the Saweetie, when she was with Quavo on the live stream talking about, if you cannot afford this bag, your man can't afford it, dump them. Now, these bags can range anywhere from $50,000 up to, some of them have sold for as much as $380,000. And other rappers and other personalities have weighed in on the debate about Birkin. And Cardi B, I'm gonna just stick with her because Cardi B, somebody said that, people like her bring down the value of those bags because blacks are promoting it. Black women are causing them to lose their value. All right. And she was clapping back like, oh, I just bought 4 bags today. Oh, this is what I'm doing this. And, this is what I got going on and all of this. She put the receipt up there. And she spent $130,000 bragging on the fact that, y'all don't talk about this with white women, but you come for us. But then Jim Jones, who, in my opinion, he has the right mindset. And when a person's right, they're right. And I want to talk about this in my content because with celebrity content, it is catered towards the African-American community and black men. So I have to have it's a must have. Any episode that I do, it has to have some sort of social message to our people. I just can't be on here just, gossiping and all that. I got to have a social message, and I use this platform to do so. Jim Jones comes out and says, wait a minute, F Birkin. What about all of the talented African-American, black, or even some of the Hispanic? What about the people that we have talented designers? We got talented stuff. Why don't we use our hip-hop platforms to promote the blacks? We're always promoting everybody else. These people don't have any interest in our communities. In fact, why don't you start tagging those brands beneath, and let's take the money away from Birkin. Let's take the money away from Gucci. Let's take the money away from Prada, all these other places, these whatever, and let's help our own black people, because I tell you what, if there's a black brand in Birkin, it's not gonna promote you. You be, and it just goes to show that no matter how much money the rappers are making and earning, the mentality is, if it's not white, it's not right. And it just goes to show you that the mental slavery of our people are sick. See, at the same time, we are the people that are asking for Black Lives Matter. So is Cardi B. So is all these people in SARS. All of this, right? But at the same time, when we shop and spend our money, we spending our money and bragging on the fact that white designers are doing this. White designers are doing that. See, we don't really want the liberation financially of our people, because we are afraid to be independent of them. We are afraid of success. What's going to happen if you empower your brands to compete with Hermès? What will happen if you can endorse your brand to compete with such and such? What will happen see, that's the thing we don't want to talk about. We don't want to empower our people. We want to pretend to empower our people, but don't understand that as long as you don't own anything. Because see, Black Lives Matter and stay woke and all of that, but if you don't own anything, if you give $130,000 to them, when you can promote your own folks, Cardi B can start a bag collection. You see Kim Kardashian and them, they starting their own makeup lines. See, this is what I'm saying. And Jim Jones is right. The blacks gotta start supporting each other. Stop bragging about the fact that you're spending money with other groups who don't care nothing about you. And if you want them really to care about you, guess what? The way you can do it is start your own stuff. Then you make people care about your issues, because now you have power. And this is what I try to get across to black men. Black men have to understand something in this world today. You only will have power by ownership. What you do catering for your group, catering the money in your communities, the money you're supposed to have. Once you elevate your own people, then you have power. You cannot elevate Hermès in Birkin bags and have power. Because if you want to have control over people, then you have to have the ability to hire or fire them. Shout out to George Macon. But see, if I'm taking my money and I'm giving $300,000 to Gucci, if I'm taking my money, I'm giving $400,000 to Prada, I'm not empowering my people. And let me tell you right now, as far as black men, I'm in Nairobi, Kenya right now. The best time to be creating situations and solutions for black business. And I'm gonna tell you what needs to happen. The brands also on the other side of the black business, not just the entertainers, but the brands have to be good. The brands have to have the same elevation or the same customer service as white brands. The brands have to really want to be deep rooted into the community. They have to build communities around their products. And you're gonna have to go through some things with our people, unfortunately. But that's what it takes to solve the issues. And if black men want to have authority, or if black women want to have authority, you need to be able the ability to hire and fire your people. And you need to be able to build a community around what you do and have influence. And hip hop can use the influence to keep a lot of money amongst itself. Stop making them rich, make yourself more rich. Empower yourself through your music. And I tell anybody black, understand that only you can empower yourself. You have the ability to empower yourself right now. You don't need them. You can do it for yourself. Just like for this community right here on this YouTube page, I have my content for the African American male community, for the most 90% of it. You brothers, by watching my videos, have empowered me to do what? Now I'm more independent of any. I don't have to go to the whites and ask for this, or I have to go for. No, I can ask you, because my people can support me on both my communities. I'm in the Pan-African community and I'm in the black male community. I don't have to do that. Right? Our people can support each other. We have enough talent to build our own fashion shows, to build our own things for ourselves and sell to the rest of the world. We could be using our brands to sell to the whites, because we have influence, to sell to anybody else, the Latinos, to the Asians. We can do it. Why are we not doing it? Because our mind is sick. We don't believe that our stuff is quality enough, so we don't want to support it. Once we take that away, then we'll start getting respect. Then you'll stop getting shot so much in the street. Then you'll stop doing that. But as much as you are still earning your money, going back and giving it to them because you feel that their stuff is better, then you can't really have that agenda. And that is all that Brother Jim Jones is saying. Guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell, check out the first comment pinned to the top. I really thank you, brothers, for supporting me and what I do here. Check out the first comment pinned to the top. You see all my information, black men, and perfect shirts, and all that stuff, guys. As you know, the buffoonery always remains at an all-time high. I'm out.